Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the current state of PR and technology. In the past, traditional media was
Right.
used to influence public opinion, but now with changes in media structures and what we're thinking may evolve in the future, do you think the use of traditional media is falling out of the PR toolbox and it's being replaced with all kinds of new technologies, blogging, whatever? And how does a PR person who wants to create change actually accomplish it? And how has technology changed that whole process?
Right. I think you have to look at it not from the toolbox, but from the intermediary channels that you need to use to reach your audiences, no matter what business you're in. If those channels change, you better be there. The channels are changing with new media, so you got to be there. And I think the old channels will still be around also, but the emphasis on them will be quite different going forward. And I mean, the newspapers are suffering every day from obvious issues. Any kind of print journalism, unless it's highly focused, is slipping. And everything's going to online, and all the lack of control and all the things we talk about are happening to us. But it's all about making certain you know what channel your audience is going to be most susceptible to use, and that's where you have to be. And you better be there before your opposition or your antagonists are, or you won't win. You won't win the battle of ideas or whatever else you're involved in. So, very important you understand that it's a channel thing that you don't control. The channels are going to move on you. You just have to be there as they move with it, as they move. So.
Okay, well, that said, the second summit that you had was on diversity in the industry.
Right.
Okay, so it's been a few years now. Are
We're,
you seeing some?
well, we're going to launch the second wave of that this fall, and we're going to see what's happened.
What is that second wave?
The second wave, that was a benchmark study. It was the research study we did as part of the summit. Talked to the heads of agencies and the heads of large corporate departments and their attitudes and input about what's happening with diversity in the profession. And it was a benchmark, and it had X issues in it and things coming out of it. Now we're going to do the second wave this fall to see what progress is going to be made.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens, right?
Great.
That's right.
Because it is a real concern.
Absolutely. One of the concerns is trying to find enough candidates. I mean, the minority candidate today in public relations or marketing is in high demand. I mean, I know at Accenture, we put on our recruiting numbers were not good in this space, and I go to the recruiting organization, so what's happening? And we can't find the candidates. We can't find a candidate, and when we do find them, there's 10 other companies bidding for them, and they're bidding their price, the salaries up higher than we want to pay, et cetera, et cetera. So I said, well, you're probably not doing this right. They're going to Northwestern looking for minority candidates like they go to Northwestern the last 25 years. Well, you're not going to find many more minority candidates there. Let's go to places where they are. And so whether it's Asian, whether it's African American, whether it's even American Indian, Native Americans, we're recruiting where they are at Accenture now. And I think the last 2 years, I think 30% of our intake were minorities. And getting in the marketing function. So. But it takes a special effort. You just can't do what you've done in the past, because it's the old expression, you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you get the same results.